Greetings and beyond the new. My name is Omni. Welcome to the next installment of What If Deku Was Kim Possible's Reincarnation. This is part 2 of that series, so yeah. Okay, the 10 months of training begin, and through that, let's see, 10 months of training. Kendo and Izumi would be sparring, and Kurumi and Uraka would be sparring. Ring. So yeah, they do get a lot of good licks into each other, or if you catch my drift. Not in a pervy way, though. Anywho, then a month. So the end of the month of the ninth month of the 10 months of training, they each gonna have one round against All Might. Okay, for obvious reasons, I'm going to do this. Yes. Kendo lasts 5 minutes against him. Kurumi lasts 6 minutes and 30 seconds. Uraka lasts 10 minutes and 20 seconds. While Izumi, with One for All, in this month of training, managed to get from 0% and 5% without, 1% into One for All, and then 5% while straining herself, up to 80% and 85% while straining herself. Which means, let's see, that would mean she lasts, a half hour and 22 seconds in a fight against All Might. Then they use, then after that, which will be when the 10th month of the 10-month training will begin, they will actually be using that as study sessions, which Kurumi will actually be leading, because even though she is the reincarnation of Draken, he's still a college graduate, and I'll just say he's a really good teacher, because she's also studied teaching methods at the same time that she is helping out her 3 friends. Okay. Now, so yeah. Okay. So now we go right into. We skip ahead to the entrance exams. They all walk into the entrance of UA, and then Bakugo says, "Oi, four corner nubs." They don't even bother turning their heads back to see who it is because they know who it is, and they just ignore him. And he says, "Oi, why are you for ignoring me?" They managed to get into the gate. Then Bakugo is about to use his quirk on them for ignoring him. When let's see, you know what? When Hound Dog and Midnight, let's just say, I'll just say that they oh. Well, they intercept Bakugo and give him a warning, and the entire staff at UA has already been informed of the whole 15 feet thing, so he will be in a different area. Now, no one is going to be, chewed out by Ida. Although Kermie does chew him out for interrupting President Mike just as he was about to explain the zero pointer. And then the test begins, time skip, and the test goes, it's a 4-way tie for first place. Now, actually, I'm making it a 5-way tie. Kermie, Izumi, Uraka, Kendo, and let's see. Uraka tie in a 5-way tie for first place. Okay, now in canon, I'm pretty sure that Shinso, Deku and Uraka and Aka and Kendo would be in different exam sites, except for, I'm making it like that. So instead of Uraraka being saved by her love interest in this, I'll just say it's actually Momo, because she's also drained all of her lipid supplies. Anywho, everything goes in per usual on with the exam. Then zero pointer comes out, and then Izumi hears someone crying out for help, sorry, brain toot, Momo, and she runs off, leaps off the concrete, races back to the entrance of the testing ground, and then runs back to the zero pointer, and using one of Kim's energy blast at, let's see, 55% of one for all, fires it at the zero pointer's head, and it goes explosion and forms a a small mushroom cloud out over its head. Then it falls, and then everyone is surprised. And Momo says, "Wow, she's strong." Yeah, I'm not making it like where she's like a rival for Uraraka. She just admires strong people. Anywho, then we do another time skip, a week or so, and they all get their acceptance letters. Then we go skip ahead right into the classroom. Okay, now Uraka and Izumi will be in class 1A, and Kendo will be in class 1B per usual. And instead of Monoma being class 1B, Kurumi will actually be taking his place, so he will be in general studies or whatever Shinso is in canon. Okay, let's see. Okay. Now, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna make it that, let's see. Aizawa is like Kakashi, so he's still basically like himself, but, he and Vlad King are eternal rivals. So yeah, just like Kakashi and Mike Guy. But I'm still letting him, Vlad King, be the same kind of person, but he will always try to outdo Aizawa, so they both end up not taking their classes to orientation, and the four of them actually do research on the two freshman teachers, every teacher in UA as well, while they were studying to get in a five-way tie with Momo. Okay, now let's see. So yeah. So in each test, one student from class 1A and one student from class 1B will be competing against each other. Everything goes like in canon. And then except Izumi is not gonna be doing the ball throw first, then the other events, then everyone else does the ball throw. I'm gonna do it where Izumi actually does the ball throw first, and then her classmates and from her sister classmates are all doing it at the same time. Then the other events happen. Everything goes like in canon. And then, let's see. Okay. Now it's a four-way tie for. No, wait, no. A two-way tie for Class 1A being Uraraka and Izumi, while for Class 1B, two-way tie for first place in both classes for Kurumi and Kendo. Let's see what. Okay. And for last place, in Class 1A, it's like in canon. And then the kid with the pop-off quirk. I forget his name. Or if you prefer to call him by his hero name, Grape Rush. The one who is the biggest perv in Class 1A. And as for the one in Class 1B, that will be the kid with the solid air quirk. they both go into like a depressed state that they're gonna uh, be kicked out by their teachers, and then Aizawa says, along with Vlad King saying in unison, "Never mind about that. You two aren't getting expelled," which makes them both uh, make the face Usopp makes to make Sugar pass out, and then the Four Corners team explains why, and explains that Ames his whole shtick with expelling and then readmitting his classes, and that last year he expelled a whole class. And then they let everyone figure out that the only reason he didn't do that to the two last placers in each class is because they each their corresponding teachers saw potential in them, no matter how little potential they actually had. I'll just say the guy with the solid air quirk has a lot more potential than Grape Rush. So yeah. Yeah, by at least almost double the potential of what Grape Rush has that the solid air guy quirk user has. As double that. Okay, anywho. Okay, I'm going to be doing something a little different. Okay, now we do a time skip to the next day. They choose class representative and vice representative. And like in canon, then Momo will be the vice rep, Izumi will be the rep, and Kendo will be the class president with of class 1B, while Kurumi is the vice rep. And if you're wondering why Uraka isn't the vice rep, it's just because I don't really want. She actually tied with Momo, and then she said, "Don't worry, I'm not good with that with vice rep kind of things." And so she lets Momo have it, but Momo actually offers to teach her more in case she changes her mind about being vice rep. You know, 2 vice reps for class 1A, maybe or maybe not in the future. Anywho, we go into the next day, which that is when they will be told about that they will be picking their hero names. Yes, I'm doing something a little differently. Now, everyone's name is the same in canon except for the 4 reincarnations. Okay. For Kurumi, her hero name is, let's see, the Blue Plant hero Draken. Kendo will be the Green Energy Claw hero Shigo. while Uraraka is going to be the monkey sage hero. Let's see. Let's see. Paishin Pekwa. And for Izumi, she will be the muscle suit hero. Let's see. Her, it will be KP, which, if you've seen the original series of Kim Possible, that's Ron's nickname for Kim Possible, which KP is short for Kim Possible. Well, we will be telling their group hero names, which will be the Four Corners. And then, and for this class, it will actually be Class 1A and B in the gymnasium for this. Yes, actually, I'm going to be making Class 1A and B each wall be able to be, be able to become see-through. Oh, so yeah. And you can hear the other side. Let's see, what else? Okay, then they all receive their permission slips, do a time skip, they all arrive at the USJ. Hey, everything happens like in canon, all the way up to the point that Kodagiri scatters everyone. While Izumi, Uraka, and Kurumi and Kendo all four of them managed to evade it. But then is sucked in while they were jumping away. And they'll all be where they ended up in canon, meaning. And, okay, so Uraraka will be where she is in canon. Same with, let's see, Izumi. Okay. Kurumi will actually be with Invisible Girl and Shoto, while Kendo will actually be, let's see, with Bakugo and Kirishima. And you can decide for yourselves what the other Class 1Bs are supposed to be with. Anywho, let's see. Everything goes like in canon, and just as the Noma was about to squeeze the life out of Vlad King and Eraserhead, Kim actually jumps in, uses an energy fist, actually at 100%, and because, well, I'll just say it's for plot convenience, to knock away the Nomu. Shigaraki then thinks, so that must be the successor, sir. And let's just say I'm making him somewhat like himself, but also a little perverted as well. And then I'll say something pervy like, man, if she could do that, then I would love to see how she She get me all riled up. Yeah, sorry. I had to say it. Anywho, then everything else goes like in canon, just as Shigaraki is about to decay Izumi, she actually uses an energy field to keep him off her. And just so you know, since he's a bit of a pervert in this, he was actually he actually was using both hands to double the speed of his disintegration quirk. His left hand would be on Izumi's breast, while the other would be on her booty. Anywho, so yeah, that's how much of a pervert he actually is. That he'd grope a girl like that in battle purposefully, not by accident. And he'd enjoy every second of it. Anywho, then she uses, let's see, the energy shield to bind Shigaraki. Then Kodagiri actually portals him away back to him. Okay. And then, let's just say for plot convenience, the energy that Kim uses with her quirk, it can be canceled out when it's going through a teleportation kind of quirk. More specifically, a quirk like, well, Kodagiri's. Any other type, it will take 2 times travel through it to negate the energy or displace the energy. Actually, all teleportation quirks can display the energy Kim uses in her attacks. But of course, that will actually be solved by her infusing it with One for All. Okay, now let's see. Then All Might comes in and starts fighting the Nomu. And well, everything goes like in canon. Shigaraki and Kodagiri manage to escape. Everything goes like in canon. And then time skip to the class where they talk about the sports festival. And everyone is actually really excited. I did, except Ibar, the girl with the green hair and let's see, vine hair quirk, actually asked the big question. But shouldn't we postpone it a little? I mean, we just got attacked by villains. And then Draken says, sometimes I will be referring to them by their reincarnated names or by their hero/past life names. Okay, so let's see. And Draken gives her the explanation about why it's not a good idea to do that. Oh, and if you're wondering, what their hero suits look like her Kim's hero suit is just a carbon copy of what her battle suit looks like in canon. Ron, well, he has their normal mission outfits from the original Kim Possible series. Shigo's will be what she wears in the original Kim Possible series. Same with Draken. Again, except Shigo, they all have a. Let's see. Oh yeah, actually, just Draken will also include a utility belt filled with different plant seeds, ranging from vegetables, fruit, and every other kind of plant, really. And a vial, a uh, a vial where if she puts two seeds in it, then she can combine them together to make a hybrid bread. Okay, or have it filled with accelerants that will make the plant dangerous. Like if you've seen Yu Yu Hakusho, oh, the fight where the fox guy, oh yeah, Yoko Kurama grows that one plant that looked like it had an eye and a mouth on it, and then another plant that looked like a tree root with a big mouth on it that it's drool melted stuff. Anyway, that's actually where I'm going to be leaving it off for now. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. What if Deku was the reincarnation part 2? Who? Who? So yeah, bye!